estaba bien
No lo
utilizado, volteando al final.
Entonces tenemos reset, señores. Otra oportunidad que se vuelve a presentar para Estamina, para redimirse y para que Best of Central vea que en ningún momento hay que dar por sentada la victoria. Comenzamos con esto. Lucarios arriba. No, señor, estoy loco. Estoy diciendo de Machamp. Digo Lucario. Bueno, aquí está Machamp en contra de Lucario.
Down throw is going to be the pick. I like how Tweak decided to just kind of play it a little bit more passive and try and follow up. And because he's playing a little bit more passively, I feel like...
Sí, señores, Aurimaki la logra, se da vuelta, golpe de oro y es hora de retroceder. Entonces, un tanto alarmante y preocupante que la primera jugada que se quiera hacer en la línea superior.
Oh my gosh. Has this really been going the entire time? Cringe. It's so cringe. Oh.
Hey Camden, what's going on, man? Good morning, good evening. It's evening, almost evening where I am. I'm a little early for church. I've been having a lot of fun playing Cloud. I understand why Spargo plays him now. He's so stupid. Wow, the input delay is nuts on my monitor. I have to look at the screen. Who you want to see? Who you want to see? You gonna stick around for church, Camden?
It's Mother's Day, right? Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, no, you're not a mother.
Oh my god, I have Smash Stick on. No. I fat fingered my buttons. There's no way I was teching. This dude had me shook. This matchup is terrible. Terrible. I fucking dashed. Dude, what do you do, bro? That's so stupid. I air dodged. Oh man, I was late. That's so stupid. Dude, what do? You just mash this. That's so stupid. How was your weekend? Dude, such a fucking loser.
such a loser. Like, why does that even work? You are a fucking bitch. Oh my gosh, I didn't even do that. This was the worst fight, dude. I hate these matches. I hate those type of matches because you're just a loser. I thought I started my coffee and I didn't. His name was Cup of Joe, so it reminded me of it. That just made me kind of upset. It has some expectation. How should we have it? Man, that dude is so fucking cringe, bro. Like, why do people have to play like that? I'm like, damn, I have to play this now. That's all Smash is. Smash teaches you how to deal with annoying people. It's like, you just calm down, don't overreact, try to win. Just be happy when it's over. Now I got another cheeser, bro. Oh my gosh. Can you leave? This dude's nuts. Why did he do that? This dude's actually just nuts. What's wrong with him? That's insane. That's actually just nuts. He made it obvious on purpose. This guy, he was actually kind of cool. Even though he tried to stall me out, I'm not gonna fight him again because I think he's gonna try to time me out, and I'm not for that. Even though he thought about it, he actually fought kind of cool. You know, I was like, okay, that's interesting. You know, he actually tried to read me, right? He wasn't just mashing over and over. I hate that shit. Like, what do you do? What do you do? It's like you, whatever. Time to tip the scale. This dude's dumb. This dude's mashing. I'm so stupid. How? He thought he had some sauce. He thought he had some sauce. He thought he could just spam up B on me. That used to work on me. Before I overcame anger. Oh God. Dude, you miss input with Cloud, you are so screwed. Cloud's that's why they like everybody's like Spargo's impressive. Because like Cloud's dumb, but if you miss input with them, you can punish him pretty hard. Or he just SDs. Dude, what's wrong with people? Look, he's just mashing. Oh my God. His up so garbage. What? I meant the down smash. I actually meant the down smash. No. Oh my. Dude, you just can't. This guy. That's how you do it, baby. Okay, sure. Oh, I didn't have to jump. Oh no! I didn't have to jump. I didn't have to jump. Dude, I cooked him though on the back end. You like that dunk I got on him? I challenged him. GG's. I had to just throw him off the edge real quick. I was like, oh, you gotta go. Dude, is Cloud the Joy-Con character? Is Cloud the Joy-Con character? This clown. Wow. Got him. What? Oh my goodness. I didn't think I needed it. God damn it. God damn! Oh, I'm so stupid. He knew I wanted to rush in. I'm so dumb. He's too good. Fuck. Like, what do you do? This matchup is so bad for Cloud. What do? You have to be faster than him. Alright, I have to outdo him with speed. I told you, I just have to be faster than him. Oh, I died, dude. Damn. No! Oh man, my lead. Oh my gosh. Yes! Woo! That was a good game. That was a good game. I knew what I had to do. I just had to be faster than him. So I just pushed him. I was like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna rush him. And I was like, he's not gonna know what to do. He was so shook. He came back, but I was like, I just gotta catch him off guard. Oh god, that was scary. I conquered Ness. I know how to beat Ness. All I have to do is rush him down. Alright, if it's Ness, I can be ultra aggressive. It's like, cause all they do is run away anyway. sucks. I thought my jump would be enough. Oh my goodness. Oh no! I was air dodging. He didn't know about the air dodge to ledge. He was like, I'll just interrupt him. Nah. I was like, nah. It was like he just jumped to ledge, yo. Like, that's a decent air dodge. Look at this. Or like you could do I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to do like that. Oh, I didn't land? You can do like that. Oh no. This is my worst matchup. This is like Ash and the Graplock for me, this Jigglypuff. I think the strat is to just not do too much movement because the Puff is moving so much. Look how much they're moving. Now he's stopping. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, my down B was ready. Oh. Man. Oh god, he didn't know that. I was like, come over here. Yup. We're climbing, boys. We're finally climbing.
They never make it easy.
But like, I feel like once you get to a low level, it's over. It's over. Oh, I didn't mean that. And I recovered. Is that consistent? Can I do that? You can. You can just run off there, huh? Okay. That's pretty safe. But they gotta be pretty out there, huh? I don't know. Oh god, he can hit him so much. Fuck me. Whoa! Huh? Dude, it's so impossible. Oh no. I was shielding. Oh! 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 Man, we might just play Pokemon Unite. All these characters are lame. Oh my goodness. What do you do, bro? Come on, he's just hitting buttons. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Oh, 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 oh. Oh no. Oh my gosh. The music. It's so cringe. But you don't understand, Ailita. Oh, Oric. He said, but you be, why are you bad? Oh no. Yeah, I know. It's so cringe, dude. This is so cringe. I was so close, Kevin. Oh. I figured out how to kill. I just couldn't set it up, dude. Jigglypuff is so slippery, man. It's like Ash in the grab walk. It's like, I think the strategy is just to not fight it. But how do you not fight it? Oh, no. Dude. Every character in this game is corny. I didn't realize how corny they all were. Oh no. Oh, oh no. I don't even know how to do the electric fist. I'm hitting the other direction, man. Are you joking? Starts a combo for me. How you like that? Oh my gosh. Oh, he was mine. God damn it. Oh. What? What? Oh! What? Oh my gosh. He actually knows Kazuya's stuff. I hit him! Oh my goodness. This dude's nuts. He's actually just crazy. catch a break. Alright, one more, then we're actually just gonna play Unite. What the hell? I have 2 more White Castle burgers, right? I don't know how to do anything. Oh no. Didn't I fight this clown already? Impressive. What? Oh, his controller died. Oh. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my gosh. I grabbed them. Man. How is he alive? Dude, that guy was so cringe. I think he DC'd on him. What the heck? Did I even get anything? Lucky you was holding up. He could have teched it, but he was holding up instead of trying to go for the light. And he didn't know how to deal with the 30-hit combo. He choked. Dirty damn. What? This dude's crazy, man. What's wrong with him? Oh. I'll just take this GSP and I'll be out of here. Yeah, man, this game is cringe. Let's play another cringe game.
Peanuts, bro. Peanuts. I get one level. I can only get one level today. Oh, we're so far. When does this reset? What is week 3? And like tomorrow, when I get off work. Doobie, Scooby, Doobie, Scooby, Doobie, Doobie, Scooby, Doobie, Scooby, Doobie, Doo. Bruh. Wow, this is an even matchup. 2 attackers, a speedster, and all around a defender. And then all around. He doesn't know how to do the trick. Oh, this is crazy. Why is it
got some bees. That's about it. You just died. Oh no. I shouldn't do it. What am I doing? Why doesn't that work? I got my ult and blew him up. I got my ult and blew him up. Dude, it's so laggy. And I'm wired. Like, you saw how I just held my gold switch? I clicked it 10 years ago. They break it? That's crazy. How'd they break it? Oh, you left. Wow, he ulted me. Oh, man. Soap Shone. Bam. Whoa, Duraludon, hold on. You lost, wow, Jesus. Fuck. How did that Cinderace, no? I couldn't take him now. It was so hard. Like, why weren't our defenders engaging? We had a Snorlax. Where was the Aegislash? Like, we needed them to be engaging. We needed to catch somebody. And then they caught me. Time for trade.
Good morning. Welcome to church. I'm guessing you can I have a drink in my mouth. Thank you for being with us. You can get involved by going to our chat line on the YouTube channel there, and hey, we'll get to your questions and comments, all right? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers around the world, and happy Mother's Day to the ladies here. Good morning, everybody. Hi, y'all. I want to, with all this mess going on in the world, if some of you don't mind comment on it, the abortion, the food thing that's happening, the gas prices crying through the rug, it just seems to be getting bad, worse and worse and worse. So, would someone like to come back? How do you feel about this? What do you think about all this? How do you feel about all this? Oh, hold on a minute.
It's a little scary to raise a daughter in this time of age. Thankfully, we only have one, so we have 4 boys, so we've already done the whole. She's our little one and our baby, but it's a little intimidating. I want to teach her how to shoot a gun.
How to what?
How to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
I do, yeah. So it's a little intimidating.
And what's intimidating about it?
I think just because she is she's made with love and she's so loved, like her heart, she's just such a good girl, like a good person already. You can see how good her soul will be when she gets older. It's a little scary to teach her that there are those types of things that she has to look out for. Like we'll warn her, like, hey, not everybody could be your friend at school, or, you can't make a friend out of anybody. Right now at her age. We all know things as adults, so when she gets to that age, then I'll warn her about those things.
So are you afraid for her or for yourself?
I guess it would be the both of us, because how would I react if something would happen to her? That's what I would be afraid of. If something would happen to her, and I'm afraid for her, just learning the crap that goes on in this world, like learning about the ugly in the world that we have. So we just try to stay as good as we can. I've been with her dad 11 years, and she's only 9, so we're working on, she's our only one at home, so we're working on it.
What scares you the most? The crying, or the food shortages, or what is it that scares you the most when you think about it?
The people that are close to us.
Yeah, mean what?
Who we should keep her around, who she should learn from, who's helping us raise her, not helping us raise her, her teacher, she's in her life a lot.
your first time here?
It is.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Latricia, we spoke before once on the phone a
Oh,
couple
nice.
weeks ago. I just wanted to, I thanked you for coming into his world, because then he brought you into our world, and then now we're here.
Nice. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you, what's your name?
My name is Larissa.
Larissa, nice name. Are you afraid? Of what? You're afraid of the world? And what do you know what you're afraid about? In the world, of the world? Do you talk to your parents about what you're afraid of? You don't talk, and why not?
Because it never really happened to me like that.
Well, whenever you have things going on that you need to talk to your parents about.
I'm spamming bulk up. Oh my goodness.
A little.
And what gets you angry sometimes?
Probably when people just nice or
Practice not being angry, right? Because it is the devil. You're not a die, you're not a do. You feel like you're not a so speak up, but don't be
okay.
like you're amazing, right? I'm glad you came. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yes. What are you feeling about? Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Oh, what's your name?
David.
Welcome, David.
Thank you.
Hey, how do you feel about what's happening? Poison, food, gas,
I'm
war,
pressing B.
slime?
It's a little saddening, but I don't really give it much thought. Like, I don't let it bother me in any kind of way. Shanti's saying, like, I didn't know she was scared of that stuff until right now.
That's why you should. Kids are going to talk to their parents about those things.
Yeah.
You should be able to talk about it.
Wow, man.
What do
So
you
good.
sad
Ooh,
about?
my skills are so laggy. This game, bro, that's so sad. Like, this game was fine, and now it's like just ass. Like, what
You're sad
happened?
about it?
Yeah.
What is that feeling?
It's not really funny, just like, I was just thinking about it, I guess. I don't really let it.
Is there one thing that bothers you most? Crime, food shortage, gas prices, or war, or illegal aliens? Or is it all the same?
No, it's just all the same. No particular thing with this.
Why do you think all this is happening? Or have you thought about it?
I think it's sex before marriage. Like abortion
Did all this happen?
I think so.
Oh.
I think if people get married before sex, then abortion wouldn't be a problem. A lot of things that kind of fix itself.
Do you think that abortion is a problem?
Yes.
And why do you think abortion is a problem? Why do you think abortion happens?
Probably responsibility.
Yeah, irresponsibility.
Nothing. Well, thank you for coming. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you, Jesse.
Listen, how do you feel about all this that's going on?
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Big time. I feel like I'm paying attention for the first time in my life. All of the mess and all of the degeneracy and everything that's happening. And it's such a shame. Before I used to, you actually
So
once,
good.
I think it was at church, you brought it up once about how just the devil know that he's the devil. Would you
We have a wolfish. They're ending. That's so funny. Wow, what the fuck?
That's good from that.
Why'd I do that?
I mean, if you have a sense of calm about you, if you're internally spiritually ready, then I think you'll know what to do.
Do you think people should stockpile food like they did like in town? Really, in town coming? You might have been born there. Like 30 years ago, the in town was coming, right? And people were buying food, all kinds of food, right? And guns and ammunition. And then the in town didn't have any food brought in. But they had to throw the food out. Do you think we should stock up like that again?
I think we should have our wits about us and have sense and common sense and not be afraid. I was lucky enough to be raised by a I guess some it wasn't necessarily a plan, but it was sort of have to be ready eventually. It could be a food shortage, it could be a personal thing in your life, but there's ways to pivot and to adjust. But it has to happen, I guess, within you first. And I think if you have it in you, I don't really think it necessarily matters.
This is a crazy game.
Whatever it may be, if you're ready for it, you'll be fine.
How do you feel about what's going on?
I'm excited that possibly the U.S. government at the federal level will recognize the baby in the womb. But I don't know. I'm excited that, we possibly would maybe recognize that it's a baby in the womb at the federal level.
And why do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I mean, science shows since 73 when Roe v. Wade was passed. Well, because some stuff's happening. I don't know. Some stuff's happening when it's about Roe v. Wade.
She said, I don't know.
Do you think that
She don't know what's going on.
that's going to wake up the government?
No, but I just think that's like encouraging. I don't feel sad though, or like I don't really feel anything about the mess.
So with all the stuff that's going on in the world, you're not bothered at all by it?
Not really.
Why not?
Well, because remember we learned how like the billboard is not attacking you, that is like assimilation. So we realize now that all that is just the world. The world is insane. They're living in their imagination. So it's like to be expected, yeah.
What should be expected?
People killing each other and trying to starve their own citizens. I mean, that's just what human
So
does.
for you, you have no worry about anything with the food shortage, the gas prices, the war, and now this whole abortion stuff going on. And I was told this morning that I guess Ukraine is the one that makes the fertilizer for the food. And so Ukraine is not sending it to us, is that right? Somebody's not sending it. Are you worried about food shortages and things like that?
No.
Yeah, and why not?
We have a lot of lemon trees and stuff in California.
So what now?
We have a lot of like fruit trees in California. I'll just like be one of these bums on the street.
Are you joking or are you serious?
No, I'm so serious. I'm not like worried. No, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to make you worry.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, and then I'll come to you. If you saw a woman in the market or walking down the road, a man or a woman, father or mother, and they were yelling at their child or beating the child upside the head, how would you feel about that?
I wouldn't feel anything.
So what?
I wouldn't feel anything.
Why not?
Because I can't control that. It's none of my business. So why waste my energy?
And so you just walk by, oh wow,
It's
that's
a
cool.
sad situation for the young one, but like we always say, we get what we deserve.
So you think the young one deserve that?
No, the parents going through that whole situation, they're deserving that. But again, the child's the one, suffering the most.
Oh, okay, so you wouldn't feel anything about it?
I mean, it depends how bad are they hitting them, like physically hurting them really bad, or spanking them, or you're.
You know, I don't know if you ever seen it. You know how mothers tend to get angry with the child at the store, and they just yell and scream, "Come back here!"
Yeah.
And then the child come over, they smack him.
That's a mess. It's messed up, but I mean that's how she.
What now?
I would say that's a messy situation, but that's how she handles herself. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a brutal attack where they're literally beating the children, of course I would step in and say, hey, because I guess there's limits. Yeah, at that point, I guess it becomes apparent in obvious the world. I mean, you have to step it up.
Okay. What do you think about what's going on in the world today? Especially in America.
I'm actually happy. I'm happy this is all happening.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
You said next to Holland.
the people need to, this is exposing everything. From all the fraudness, the corruption at every level, the government, at work, even individuals, you can see the fraud, it's just coming out of the doors everywhere.
Do you think people see what's going on?
They're starting to wake up, but because again, the people that had no fear, we spoken up since all this has been happening. So they called you crazy, whatever, but they're realizing, wait a minute, the world's crazy. We gotta get back to common sense, which comes from God. So again, the devil's at the top level right now. So the only thing, it can't get any worse. So why wouldn't we all?
What can't get worse?
The situation.
Why not? Why can't it get worse?
I mean, spiritual. I'm talking about spiritual.
Why can't that get worse?
Oh.
I mean,
That doesn't change the question.
Dave Chappelle. You see that? He went on stage and attacked him. Well, that guy got he didn't get a felony, he got a misdemeanor. That's getting worse. You know what I mean? Is that like getting worse?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you think about it.
It can't get worse.
Comedy's under attack. They're trying to set the precedent to like.
Well, if you think about it, like that doesn't make it
They're trying to
better.
label it as statements that you're making, but those are just jokes. So they're going everything.
But what's your point?
Right,
That's not important. It can get worse. Okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
I was like, it could be illegal to tell jokes. We can not have the First Amendment.
People, again, the people will wake up.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of clowns, man. Clowns.
Hopefully sooner or later.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, yes, sir. What do you think about it all that's going on? And how do you feel about it?
I would say I don't feel any particular way about it. I don't react to it. Before I would have gotten angry. Now I don't. Like with the food shortages, food, people who stockpile food for the end times, for instance, right? You don't really need to stockpile food, you just have to know that God will provide, and maybe He'll provide you with a plan beforehand so that your life can be set up for food and fertilizer, and maybe you get away from the violence and the corruption.
Wow, they're three top. They are three top. They're three top. They're three top.
A lot of the chaos we're talking about, you can go out into the country, you can make fertilizer, you can grow food if you make that choice, if the Spirit guides you there. Abortion is a similar thing. I guess the best way I could put it without getting into specifics on each thing is, I could feel a certain way about the war, or about the food, or about abortion, but it's not my place to live in my thoughts about it, to judge people who I think don't see. It's just my job to
I missed them.
put my faith in God, because
How did I miss them?
the devil deceives us, right? And I'm still falling for the devil's deception if I have some kind of judgment or some kind of feeling.
How did I miss him? I can't believe I missed him with my safeguard. Dude, oh, that's so cringe.
If it comes to like,
I had 2 stacks too.
right? Like, I think we're gonna have full shelves of empty food, which is what's happening now. So maybe I get some livestock and I learn to garden better. We all talk about.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
You getting livestock? Oh yeah.
And I bought property outside
You
of
bought
like,
a mule?
no, I'm getting like chickens, and I've raised goats before, and I'm learning how to. I'm getting more comfortable with, like skinning animals and like learning how to process, like livestock meat, like whether it's growing rabbits.
You doing that now?
Yeah, I used to do it before, but I'm getting more comfortable with it. Like, I just watched a video of someone skinning a goat. It was hard to watch, but like I gotta know how to do stuff like that if I want to live off of my own like, if I want to create, like, you know, if I want to follow the message God's sending me and create, like, bounty for myself and the people I care about, I need to be able to be strong. And it's not easy to kill an animal and skin it and prepare the meat. It's not. I mean, it's not, if for us, probably not. I've lived in the city my whole life, right?
You know how to kill a chicken?
Yeah. I killed the chicken before.
How do you kill a chicken?
Well, the way my grandfather taught me is you just grab it and you use its body weight and you whip it around to make the head pop off. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you put it in a little feather thing. But I guess the point I'm making is, you know, I always come back.
Fun chilling, and then you watch it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny the first time you kill a chicken. I'm not gonna lie.
You know how to kill a hog?
I have seen someone kill a hog and I've skinned one and cooked one, but I've never killed it myself. I would assume I just
How do you kill it?
I would assume I would either use one of those compressed air like pistons like they use in the farms, or shoot it. Well, they have these things now where you use a tank of compressed air with a metal piston and you put it on the back of the hog's head, and when it's fully pressurized, it just sends a bolt into the head, into the brain, and then they die instantly. But I would assume you just shoot it with a rifle.
Oh yeah, that's not the way we did it.
Well, you string them up and then cut them.
You take an axe, and we're gonna take the back of the axe, smash it right in the head.
That'll work.
And
You better
fall
hit it
out.
right on the bullseye.
You fall out and then we cut his neck.
No!
Is that right? Thank you.
What are you doing? What are you
Hogs are
doing?
also real when you get older, so you probably won't feel
Why is my
it.
machoke
Pigs are
all the
real
way
too,
over
just like
there,
animals.
man? I'm so cringe.
Yeah.
That's right. But I will say, the point I'm making is, to make a long story short, as you put it, I feel like I always come back to this idea of how Satan is known in the Bible as the great deceiver.
Yeah.
And I remember when we talked a while back about me getting upset about the mask and the scarf. And I was being deceived that I knew better. And I was judging my fellow men. Even my enemies, right? It says, love your enemies like you love yourself. Like, understand that. And it's not my, when I'm judging or thinking I see the mess and they don't see it,
It's amazing how non-judgmental people judge. They don't even know they're judging. And then they think they're better. They're better than anyone else. Anyone that judge anyone for anything at any time, I don't care if Hitler walked in here. And I don't know much about Hitler. I just know what I'm in here. We should not judge Hitler. Because we're no better than the woman that's slapping the kid upside the head. The people who are trying to stop the food shortage. There's not one person on earth who's any better than those people.
No.
Not one.
You always say when you're doing stuff like that, you're worshiping the devil. And I feel like at first, myself, and I'm sure, I can't speak for others, but I'm sure others would feel like it's almost shock value. But then I started really thinking on it, really like smoking on it, as you say. You know, like, the devil is the great deceiver. He will do anything to deceive you. And we spoke about it before. I mentioned you really can set yourself free when you realize the devil has no force. He's never forced you to do anything, because that's not how
He never forced you to do anything.
He has to get you to do it. You talked about the story of Job.
I died to dread. Oh. I can't believe we won that team fight. It was just me and the tree. I was like, come on, tree. No, we're going to do it.
Know themselves. And you see, eventually you will see, because you don't see right away, but you will see that the devil is influencing you. The devil influences you, but the devil will tell you that somebody else is influencing you. He will tell you it's not you, it's someone else, and you believe it, he got you. And you do crazy things and feel justified by it. You know, with people who are supposed to be praying, either out loud prayer or observation prayer, they still let the devil run them. They don't know it. The devil doesn't know he's the devil. How do you feel about the food thing that's going on, all this mess? Then I gotta go on.
I used to be really afraid about it. I would say like maybe a year and a half ago, when I was starting to see a lot of articles about it and people really talking about it. I got that panic feeling of, oh, I need to be a part of this and buy food.
Why are you
and
running
save,
from me?
buy food, yeah. And it's funny that you talk about the end times, because my parents, when it was Y2K back, you know, when it was like 1999.
Was it like 20 years ago? 30 years ago?
So yeah, 22 years ago now.
Oh, okay.
My mom bought like the buckets, you know, because she thought that the world was ending. So like I grew up around that mentality.
Oh, you did?
So, yeah.
food, do you fear, like when you're out and about now, are you worried about someone attacking you, robbing you, or walking up on you, knocking you out, or taking your watch?
Well, I don't wear a watch, so I don't worry about that. But I think that I'm just more aware. I did get a taser, so
Oh, you got a taser?
I did, yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. I don't have it with me, so you don't have to worry. But I just...
They had to blow all of their stuff on us.
I just have more self-awareness to see like what's around me, and
they had to blow all their stuff on us. And then we had the tree, Duraludon, and Gengar to clean up.
You know, I know that God will protect me and what's meant to happen.
We caught the whole team, bro.
But I don't really put myself in situations to where something could happen. I don't
How
go
do you know that God will protect you?
He's protected me up until this point. I've had a very good life, safe, and I just don't. I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I don't really know. I can't say. It's just like a knowing.
I'm hitting it.
So, do you like go out and about at night on your own?
I'm hitting X.
Don't take the risk like that.
No. And
It's
if
so
I do go out
laggy,
at
dude.
night, like to dinner or whatever,
I'm hitting that. I'm hitting the buttons.
I used to love being at the grocery store, but
Oh, okay.
that's in the daytime.
Do you ever get angry?
No,
You know?
I used to,
Alright.
but not anymore.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because I've been having these conversations everywhere I go, right?
Hitting the buttons.
Another thing I want to tell you, I want to urge you, do what you want, right? Of course. You need to take control of your own life. You really, really do. I recommend do what you want. And what I'm recommending to you is what
Oh my god, it was so
I've been
laggy.
doing for a long time, right?
I'm like, I'm hitting the buttons.
You need to take control of your own life, become your own person. Because only a daughter or a son of the devil would turn their life over to someone else. Only when you do that, you worship the devil. You go from one devil to another devil to another devil to another devil. And everything that's happening in our government is happening in each individual. It's happening in each and every individual. So if you get to know yourself, you see this dark warfare that's going on with you. It will help you see what's going on with others. And the reason that these food shortages are happening and this whole abortion thing is happening because of the same darkness that you're fighting, that you're trying to overcome. It's happening in every human being. I don't care what their titles are, how much money they have, where they live, where they don't live, how rich or poor. That same battle is happening in every human being because we're all born into it. We're all born into it. And most people are not going to stay on that straight and narrow so they can overcome it because it ain't easy being on that straight and narrow. It's only easy if you're willing to stay there on it and don't be deterred by anyone else or anything else. If you're willing to go through all the bumps in the road and willing to endure, then it will get easier, it will become easier as you grow out of the darkness, right? But I want you to know it's just all the same spirit, it's all the same battle. So that you don't think someone else has it a little better than you. They don't. They may be covering it up a little better from you, but within themselves they're catching hell. And you got to do what you want, but I would recommend that you let no one teach you anything. Even in these meetings that we have, you got to go in one ear and out the other one so that you don't intellectually learn it. Because you can intellectually learn something, and you'll be deceived that, oh, I got it. You know, I don't hate my mama. I don't hate anyone. And then as soon as something happens, you hate. And then you make up excuses for hating. You blame others. Anyone that blames someone else, you intellectually have it. You don't have it.
Yeah.
You're learning it. So you be careful of learning things because the devil will teach you, and you don't know that you've been taught because you haven't been able to discern the knowing. The knowing. And a person that knows doesn't teach you. It's one that learns and pretends to know that teaches you. And what you're going to realize
you
that
doing,
we
you
are
fucking
spirit.
clown.
We are a spirit. We're not our bodies. We're not the mind. We're not the feelings. And then you'll grow to know that. You know, the Bible says something like that to present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Anybody ever read that? Or heard
I've heard that before.
Yeah, you ever heard of that? How did it go? Am I right about it? Yeah. And I often wonder, what does that mean? You can't present your body that way until you have the Spirit of God to make that happen. Because your body is right now is of the devil. The mind and the body belong to the devil. It's not yours. It's not you. And the devil caused you to do these crazy things. And so what you need to really be aware. Just be aware of yourself. And wish everybody else well. Because the greatest thing that we can do for one another is to love one another. To pray for one another. Not to try to destroy one another. Not try to hurt one another. And what's happening in this world today, there's no love. The Christians are as bad as the non-Christians. All in the name of Jesus. And I mean the meditators, the observers, the Bible thumpers, and all. They're as bad as the secular world. They're no different. They don't pray for one another. They gossip about one another. They don't love one another. They hate one another. And pretend to love one another. And that's not the way it's supposed to be if you truly is of love. You can't even hate your enemy. You pray for the enemy. And when you live that way, then God will take over. He will, but you gotta let it happen. And what's gonna happen, you're gonna lose all your identities with anything. You get these identities from you think you know what God is like, and you don't. You have no idea about God. You just intellectually think you know him, right? And so if it's not working the way you think it should work, then you judge. Then you overreact. And that's another thing. Then I want to get to some other stuff here. What I learned to do 30 years ago, because all this stuff, the things that I had to learn the hard way, go through it. And I don't regret any of it. But, and I'm glad I learned it that way I didn't learn intellectually. From this day forward, you gotta practice not to overreact to the little things. I've said this over and over again. You gotta practice not overreacting to the little things.
Yeah.
Things at home, things with family members, husband and wife, you know. You gotta stop overreacting to one another. And then you gotta, if you wallet, don't overreact.
Yeah.
And when you practice not overreacting to little things, without realizing you're being made strong from within to not overreact to big things, what seem to be big things. But if you don't be aware of yourself enough now to practice with the little things, then you're not going to be ready for the big things, like what's happening in the world today. It will freak you out. And then some preacher will say, oh, the end time is coming, it's here. I'm moving it. Y'all land, got some food, y'all come on too. And then you pack up food and you move to Yaya land, and you'll get to Yaya land and be controlled in Yaya land. You'll be controlled by the preacher and everybody else, and now your life is still hard in Yaya land. Now you have to end up going back to the hell that you left in the big city. Because you're doing it because you're following others, not even noticing that you're following. And then when you have to move back to the big city, you blame the preacher that you went to Yaya land.
No unite move needed.
But the preacher ain't responsible for you. You're responsible for you. You're responsible to seek the kingdom of God in his right way.
Yep.
And everything will be added. That's your responsibility. And if you're foolish enough to follow someone else, you can't blame someone else for that. Especially grown folks. You got to take charge of your own life. And you gotta stay on that straight and narrow no matter what happens. No matter what. So you can overcome you're not you, the ego. Otherwise you're stuck. And things will get worse in the world before they get better. But
I
they don't
killed
have
the
to be
beaker.
worse for you. Because somebody meant God loves us. And God is not judging us. He knows us, right? That's why he'll wake you up. Those who seek him, he will allow you to see. And then he will take over. And he will clean up the body, he will do all that. He will not judge you. He knows that we can't see. He knows that we are not responsible for all the things that happen to us. And how we were born into it.
Right.
So he's not judging us.
Literally, we were born in this world was running the way it was.
Even though he tells you not to do it, you do it anyway because you're not overcome that nature. But you got to take responsibility for yourself. Even if you lose everything and everybody around you, you never had them anyway. It's always been fake. It's never been real. So I want to encourage you. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm talking to a lot of folks now. Not a lot, but a lot. In counseling. And I had a guy call the show this week, and he said that he had gotten married. He had no children, but his wife was really, really mean to him.
Wow.
She was downgrading him, degrading him, and they bought a house and she wouldn't put his name on it. All kind of stuff. And he said he went to church to get a wife. He thought he went to church, he would find a wife. The church is the last place you should look for a wife. Really, it's the last. Go to the bar.
Wow.
At least you know what you're getting.
It's not even helping.
The church is the last. The devil is at the church. The devil is at the church. And so he asked me about, he had a lot one time with your back.
I was
so he
wondering.
asked me, something like, should he stay or should he? Oh, could he divorce her? I think something like that. Like, yeah, dump that woman.
Yeah, dump that woman.
Dump her. Because he married the devil and he didn't know he married the devil. Don't make baby with the devil and get out of it. Well, the Bible said that, something like the Bible said you're not supposed to get a divorce. But most marriages are not done under the umbrella of God today. So that's why they're not working. That's why they're not lasting.
Yep.
Because when I was growing up, when people got married, marriages lasted 50 to 60 years. I have family members today who've been married 50-something years. And they had a little fights and things, but when they got married, they were different. Individual people were individuals. Ladies had like a certain style and class about themselves. There were certain things they would not do. The men had a class about themselves. You know what I'm saying? They had issues, but they still had, because it was passed off from the parents, they had certain things going on that ain't there no more. And so when you get married today, they out of love. I hear people tell me, oh, I got married because I was lonely. Who will get married while you're lonely? That doesn't even make sense. How is another person going to stop you from being lonely? Think about that. I was lonely. Oh, lonely, so let me get married. I'd rather take a joint on before I
I'd rather take a joint, honestly.
If the joint fade away, you don't have to fight with it. When you get married out of loneliness, now you got to fight on. You got to fight with this person. Because the loneliness is still there, and you got double trouble. For the man and the woman. Those are not reasons to get married. You shouldn't even get married because you want children.
Wow.
Because if you get married feeling like you want children, that's a false feeling. That's an ego feeling. And then you get married thinking that, well, I got a wife and kids, I'm about to be happy. And all hell breaks loose. If something is missing in you, it means that you got to draw closer to the Father. You got to get to know yourself. Don't replace it with something else. Don't replace it, that feeling with anything. You overcome that feeling. This is why you got to get to know yourself. It ain't about someone else. But once you get to see, know what's going on inside of you, You're going to see clearly what's going on inside the whole world, and you will not judge them. Because just as you can't help it, they can't help it. It doesn't matter who they are. It's like I was asking about if you saw a woman beating a child walking down the road, how would you feel about it? Nothing. Nothing.
Right.
Because if you get a feeling from it, it's all ego. You think you're better. Oh, I'm sad for a little child, so I feel all holy. You think you're holy because you feel sad for the child. Or you think you're holy when you get angry at the mother for beating the child. You think you're better. This is why you have to overcome the ego completely. Because you're no better. You may not be beating the child, but you beat one another. You beat your enemy. You beat yourself. You're judging. You're insecure. You're trying to hold on to people, places, and things. You're no better. So how can you get mad at a woman for beating the child? Hey, your child. You really got to overcome the world. And if you stay on that straight and narrow path, you will. But you got to stay there. And it ain't easy. It's easy to wake up. Because all you have to do is admit you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing, is to say God, right?
Right.
And so you wake up and then you love God, and then you have to die. That's the hard part. And the only reason that's really hard
You have
because
to go
you
on
are
the
so
cross.
identified with and not you.
Right, you have to go on the cross.
You think that you're your thoughts and feelings, and it's not you at all. That's the thing that made a home in you.
Wow.
And no one told you, Royal, hey, don't identify with the devil. That's not you that feel that way. That's the devil in you. If you're shy, if you're angry, if you're insecure, or you have fear of anything, or if I say, come up on the stage and talk, and you get all nervous, that's not you, that's the devil in you. And if you, because it is the ego, right? If you stand on that straight and narrow, you see it's the ego, so you would not protect the ego. You would go on that stage and make a fool out of yourself. Because you're not making a fool out of you, you're making a fool out of the not you, out of the ego, but you think that is you. But the only way you're going to present your body a living sacrifice, you got to let the ego die so God can clean out the devil, and then your body will be presented as a living sacrifice for the truth that dwells in you. But only God can do that. Only love can clean that up. We are not in control of anything. Anybody disagree with that? And so, if you lose, let it go. You will gain.
He already got a KO.
Never argue with an angry person. Never try to convince an angry person. You can't do that. You're dancing with the devil. Because an angry person is going to get angry again and do the same thing, say the same thing, act the same way. They're not ready to overcome. You can't convince them. Like when husband and wives are together, the husband and or the wife can never argue with the other one. If the wife want to argue, let her argue. Let her argue by herself. Really. And watch the devil, how the devil acts if he has to argue by himself. He can't take it further if you don't argue with him. Just think about that. You can try this. Never argue with another person, see what happens. They say, oh, you're a slave. Okay, I'm a slave. You don't know what to do with the argument. You are racist. Okay. Because the devil needs you to argue back so the devil can suck life out of you. Wives need husbands to argue back. How else will they stay alive? If they can't get life from you, where are they going to get it from? Nowhere. Then they're going to go smack kids. And get the kids mad and now they feel better.
Yeah.
I got life for my child. Why do you think mothers hold on to children until they're 90 years old?
Yeah.
They want the life from the child. They're looking for something. They think that holding on to their adult children gives them a false identity. They think it's going to somehow or another heal them, and it won't. It only make them worse. You gotta get on this path, bro, and let things happen. Don't try to stop it. Let it happen. All right? Yes, James. Oh, okay. All right.
So the passage that you mentioned is from Romans 12. And I'll read 1 through 4.
therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. For I say, through the grace given to me, that every man is among you, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but think soberly, according as God has dealt every man the measure of faith. For as we have many members of one body, and all members have not the same office.
But that is so deep, I can almost move. So what? Yeah, that is so deep. And so when you hear that, let it go in one ear and out the other. Don't learn it. Don't assume that you know it. You will come to know it. You will come to know it. So let yourself just live and life will happen. Right? When things happen to you, what they're doing to you, they're doing it to themselves.
I died from what?
When you hate your fellow man, when you gossip about your fellow man, when you trying to hurt your fellow man, woman, children, or whatever, you're really doing it to yourself because we're all connected in one form or another.
Yeah.
And what you do to yourself, you're doing to others, and what others are doing to you is happening to them. Ain't no way around it. So when you love one another and not judge one another, that's happening to you too. You gotta, it's so interesting when you really, you know, I was thinking about my life, and I don't like talking about my life a lot because I know I have nothing to do with, from day one of my life, I've never had anything to do with my life. Really. And I've had, and still have, it's such an amazing, it's so interesting. And I'm like a little country boy. Really. Came from Alabama, you know, no education, high school education with it. But everything that's happened has been so interesting to me. I never known what's going to happen in my life before it happened, and I've never known what the outcome would be. And it's every time when I've been like real scared, especially before I woke up, before God woke me up. Right? But you need to let life happen. In the older days, older people used to teach this to the young. That's sort of why I was able to make it this far, right? I kind of knew. You have to let things happen and treat everybody the way you would like to be treated, even your enemy. Pray for one another. Pray for your enemy. When people talk about you, pray for them. They cannot see what they're doing. They do not see what they're doing. And the men are worse than the women. If you want to get some good gossip going on, talk to a man. That is so strange to me, but I understand it. I understand that they have the spirit of a woman, but a man gossip today more than a woman. It's mind-blowing to see that. But I understand they just cannot see. Because they haven't had their fathers or older men and older people, women or men to tell them, hey, don't do that. If that person gossip about you, they'll gossip about you. If they don't stop at one person, so just stay on the straight and narrow path. Be aware. Alright? That makes sense a little bit? Don't nobody like anybody. Don't nobody love nobody, nobody like anybody. It's all fake. Does that make sense? Really. If you really pay attention, nobody loves one another. And that's the problem. Ain't no love in the world. We gotta bring back love. And all the way that coming back, you have to be born of love. Everything else is fake love, and that's not gonna work.
Wow, he's all the way down there.
That makes sense? Okay, I saw some hands. Whose hands did I see? Okay, I see it.
So if that...
Oh, let me tell you this about love. The one way to know that you, two ways that you have love is when you cannot feel anything when someone attacks you. You don't feel anything. And the other way to know that you have love is when you don't need anything from anybody. You don't need anything. And you will get to that point. Because people who need something from you, they don't love you because you got something they want. Either a title, or a little money, or fake friendship, or fake familyship. And as soon as they get that, they turn on you. Or they don't get it, they'll turn on you. But when you don't need anything from anyone, anything, in a love, in attention, in a friendship, in a familyship, or anything, then you know you have love. But you gotta grow into that. So don't try to make that happen. Alright, that makes sense a little bit? The ego gotta die. It's gotta die. Yes, ma'am.
So if the mom is beating the kid, like I would just pass her and be like, you're crazy.
Whew.
Is that not love?
No.
Why?
What gives you the right to talk about it?
Well, I thought we were all connected and stuff. And I'm not hating her or judging her. I'm just like, that is an objective fact, no? I'm crazy too, yeah?
But what gives you the right to get involved, period, and call the person crazy? I just want to know that point.
Yeah, I guess I don't have the right. But I feel like just because she's in like a public sphere, I can be like, you're crazy.
And what does that have to do with you?
Yeah, I mean, is that like reacting to her?
Yes.
So I shouldn't even
That's your ego playing God. You think you're better than the woman that smacked the child.
Not better, but I'm just like, want to be like, dude, you're
But
literally
it's not
crazy.
even your business. You're making a judgment. And I understand, I'm not young, I totally understand it. But because you're not overcome that emotional fallen state, Satan tell you, oh my God, go there and tell us you're crazy. It's like the man was saying earlier, the people with no mask on, I mean, the people that have the mask on at the gym, he would go and tell, why you got the mask on? Why you got the mask on?
So, but like if
Now he better because he took his mask off, right? So now you're gonna jump on the people that wear the mask. And then it's like the people who jump on the folks that don't wear the mask. Who are you that you're gonna get mad because I don't want to have a mask on? It's all ego, it's all judgment, it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if your friend, quote unquote, right? Because no one's friend.
I just go like, I wonder if they know the master said they can take it off. I just wonder if they know they can take it off.
Like that, that's not my business, but like, it's like, girl, maybe just like fix that thing in your teeth. Like what?
Like I want to know what science are they using to wear the
Not
mask.
gross, but I'm just like,
You said
does
it
she
was
even
gross.
know? You know?
I mean, if somebody have food on their teeth,
Okay, so
you
but I'm
can
saying,
say
like,
that.
so look, she's
But if
not.
somebody smack a child and you go over and say you crazy, you don't have a right to call her crazy. You're as crazy as she is.
I didn't know this was a ranked match.
You know what I'm saying?
So if your friend
It's
is
like,
like,
let's say someone is mad at you,
Uh-huh.
and then you go gossip to this person, and you
Okay.
got two devils agreeing.
The two devils
That ain't
agree.
makes sense, right?
yeah, but so what if
They
like,
should go to you,
right.
and then forgive and be done.
It's that simple.
Go to you, isn't that like kind of being in your business? Like, hey, you're kind. I feel like.
Only if you offended me. You're not in my business. You apologize for your wrongdoing. But that woman didn't slap you. You slapped the child.
But if that woman is like my friend,
You still can't judge her.
right? But can I be like, you are crazy? You and she
You're
can
not
take.
getting it, what I'm saying?
No.
I am, but now I'm just like thinking, shoot, like, should I even bring anything to my friend's attention if she's not even aware of it? No, right?
I wouldn't think about that. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything.
Right.
Why would you think on that?
All right. Can you take the mic?
To what?
Can you take the mic from me?
What? What do you think about what we just
So
said?
yeah, I like it. I'm
Yeah.
seeing. I understand. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so do you really see or intellectually or to be
No, I
able
do.
to?
No, no, yeah. I'm knowing.
The one thing I want you to know, the ego runs deep. It really, really, really does. It's deeper than what you think it is. That's why you gotta keep your eye on yourself. So I totally understand what you're saying, and all egos think that way. All egos think that way.
Nice.
And amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did I see your other hand?
Oh man, I don't even have the gi. Come on,
I
man.
remember once you talked about how when you try to, you say you can't get involved. Like, remind me of that. That when you try to help someone, you're really hurting them.
Yeah.
And it's like, to make it practical and stay on the matter, maybe this will, I just my 2 cents, but You know, maybe you say something to the lady hitting the child and you make it worse for the child. And you think you just helped.
So what now?
Maybe you say something to the woman hitting the child and you think you just helped, right? Oh, I'm so good. I told her that that's bad. Maybe you made it worse for the child.
You are.
Maybe you say something to your friend
Because
with
it's all ego for you.
maybe you say something to your friend with stuff in their teeth and you're about to go into a party or something. Oh, girl, you got something in your teeth. I helped her out. Or maybe now she's like, oh man, I have something in my teeth. I probably look bad. I don't know what's going on. Now she's all in her head.
That's a very good point. Now, if you can tell the person you got food on your teeth without getting a feeling from it, you're fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get a little high from it, you know, like, she smiled because you told her she had food on her teeth. Now you feel good. That's ego. That's the devil. Look, so what? Yeah, right, you get a little feeling. Or you tell someone you got food on your teeth and they get mad. You embarrassing me. Now you feel bad. All ego. But if you just did it, expected nothing in return and get no feelings from it, you're fine. Now don't try to go and make yourself not have a feeling. Really, because you're still playing God. I'm telling you, of ourselves we can do nothing, and of ourselves we know nothing. We are as dumb as a rock. We're so dumb that when you do start waking up, it's going to blow your mind how dumb you were and how evil. Really. This is lightweight stuff that human beings confess. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. That's why everybody get up and come. Not everybody. Oh, I hate my mama. Oh, okay. Everybody care about that, right? Oh, I hate my dad. My dad molested me. Oh, okay, fine. But wait until the real stuff come up. All that stuff is lightweight compared to what the ego is built on. It is mind-blowing. This is why you got to
Can we play Dragon?
on that straight and narrow path. You keep your eyes on yourself. You're going to see what's going on in the world around you. You will see, because the exact same thing that's happening in you is happening to every human being on this earth. I don't care what their titles are or what. So overcome titles too. Because titles blind people too. If you got a title, all of a sudden you see that person a different way. A title don't take away the wickedness of the heart. You can have many titles. And a lot of people have many titles. PhDs, SADs, STDs. Some people got double degrees, right? Pastor degree, Reverend, Doctor, Pastor, Bishop. You know that's God walking, right?
Right.
Who need that many titles? You know you're hiding from something. If you need that many titles to get up and go to work, who go to school and get a Reverend, Doctor, Bishop, teacher, degree, and now they're all proud of the degree. My name is Reverend, Doctor, Teacher, Preacher, Bishop Jesse Peterson. Oh, I better worship you. Y'all gotta take control of your own actions. And I'm sharing with you what I'm going through and how God do it. I've learned over the years. It's not like somebody told me this, right? But you got to stay on that straight and narrow. And that straight and narrow is not easy. Yes, sir. That's in your head.
People used to know to stay out of other people's business.
They did.
They used to, I mean, even if you try to do it as a kid, Mom and Dad would tell you right away, stay out of that business. That ain't nothing.
And even the person that you were getting into their business, they'll tell you, stay out of my business. They ain't nothing. I don't hear people telling people that anymore.
Yeah.
They hate to hurt each other's feelings, or they want to hear the gossip, or they want to be a part of it. But in the old days, they be like, that ain't your business. What do you want to know that for? Well, why you tell me about that person? Leave me alone. Because you know you can't trust that person. You're right, they don't do that anymore.
And then one of the things that I learned about speaking up is that I don't have to do it every single time.
That's right. That's deep.
I could be I'm often in the meetings or at my job and they're saying some ridiculous stuff and I'm just at work.
You don't understand that point. You don't always have to respond. You don't owe it to the world to respond to the world. Let the world go crazy. Let them say and do what they want. You don't have to respond to the world because when you do, you...
What happened? What happened? No. Let's try extras. No, you idiots. You idiots. Why didn't they get it? I should have been on it. Like, Greninja should have been. I caught the Decidueye lacking. He walked right into an outraged Dragonite. Not where you want to be, bro. I forgot I can aim my thing. I could have ran away. I think this set has some potential. Extreme speed, outrage. Hold on, wait a minute. Especially, I don't have energy yet. Wait, do I have energy yet? I'm already at 80. I think I have energy yet. tried to hit the central. I couldn't land on gold though. Wigglytuff was stuck in. Maybe I should have just. I don't know. I gotta do something with my Unite. I gotta fly. Like, what if I just ran to the top of that? Everybody's in position, bro. What the heck? He got him. What the hell? Dude, what the hell? Potion! Can you not potion when you're outraging? Maybe that's it. They call us the defend bot. Defend top. Dragonite's kind of fun.
Bunch of gossip. That's always happening. You don't have to respond. That's the devil you responded to. That's the devil that said that about you. And that's the devil you responded to. You don't quit. Anyway. Because what people are going to think, they're going to think it anyway. Because they're the devil. Their minds have not been renewed. You done it. You get on the street and arrow. We'll get worse before they get better. In the world, because people are not getting better. And people are the world. The empty world is not doing anything to you. It's the people of the world. They're doing it to each other. That makes sense? So when you see the devil in you, you're going to see the devil in others. You really will. You will see it. Because it's the same battle. The same battle. People are evil. And it's not them that's evil, but it's the devil in them that's evil. You have never done one thing on your own. People that rob banks, they're not robbing the bank on their own. They're doing one more like, oh, let me go out and rob a bank today. It's the devil that forces them to rob the bank. And they think, because they've identified with that, they think it's them, and it's not. Because they have identified with thoughts and feelings. From now on, never say, I feel fear, or I feel anger, or I feel doubt, or I feel jealousy, or I feel envy. It's not you, because when you identify with it, you're claiming it as your own, and so as a man said, speaking so as he is. The more you think that I, but if you know that it's an it in you, it's an enemy, it's a spirit you possess, then you can overcome it. Because you're not identified. Really, you're not identified with the not you. So stop claiming it. When you go to a drug addict meeting, and the people want you to stand up and admit you're a drug addict, don't do that.
Don't do
You're not a drug addict. That's the spirit that made a home in you. And because you've been turned away from the Father, from the light, you use drugs to try to feel better. You get mad because you're lonely, because you're trying to feel better. You do it. It's not you. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you will overcome it. But as long as you identify with it, you're never going to overcome it. Because that's your God. That's who you think you are, and you identify with the devil.
Nothing combos.
That makes sense? That makes sense? What do you think about that? Uh-huh.
It does.
All right.
I don't have an opinion.
Do you still identify with the devil?
I definitely, I have seen, like, what you call the real you. God has allowed me to see,
Dragon Ball. Let's go.
Force, because I have seen that.
No, he should have gave with us.
That,
Oh, he is with us.
The thoughts of life, basically. So, being able, having seen that, it's much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, remember that. You are not your body. You're not these stupid feelings. You're not the thought. You're not at all. You've never created a thought, the so-called good one or the bad one. And the real you have never had a pain. You never had a feeling. You never had a good feeling or a bad one. The real you have never felt fear or doubt. The real you have never tried to latch on to people's faces and things. The real you have never done that. It's not you that's doing that. It's the devil in you. And it ain't easy. Especially when the ego starts to die and the pain get rough. It feels like it's you. You want to just scream out sometimes, right?
I'm sorry, guys.
But it's not you.
For the 0.1 people watching.
Any questions about that?
I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
No, last game was crazy though, right?
Like, the ego death is painful.
Good. He wanted to give me a little clue and then I come back to it. So that's I'm glad you asked. Perfect question.
Spike.
Yeah, that's something that.
Yeah, he has it.
Where was my Ninetales? Wait, that's not my Ninetales?
I think last
Oh.
week we said
Why did I think that was my
our
Ninetales?
feelings aren't real, but our feelings are alive. So
He doesn't
seeing
want the
that those things aren't me is it feels wonderful. It feels at peace. It feels home. But then I start thinking about it, and it gets terrifying. It feels like, who am I without these feelings, or without these thoughts, or without living in the past or the future? I'm so used to doing it that it feels like I'm dying, and that I will cease to exist.
I know what you mean. And that's why a lot of people hold on to that misery.
Yeah.
Because they feel like if they don't hold on to something, who am I? What do I have? You're absolutely right. That's all ego. It's all the devil.
So that was something I wanted to ask, or does that go away as we spend more time?
I can feel your pain. Does that go away?
That fear, or like that sense of, it's almost like drowning in losing.
Ooh, you like how I smoothed around them, right?
I don't know if anything else to say. Just
No, you said it perfectly.
Oh.
It feel like you're drowning. If that should go away. It feel like there's nothing left if that should go away. There's nothing to identify with or to associate yourself with, right? You know, because both of you asked that question, I'm going to have to put my next week's biblical question out there right now.
What's love? Seriously. Because that's what people are scared of. That's why they
My
can't have
next
faith. They don't know what
biblical
to do.
question is, do you live in your
They
confusion?
need direction.
Do you live in your confusion? And that's exactly what you're talking about. Do you live in your confusion?
Should you?
Do you live in it? And why do you live in it? And how do you know you live in it?
I'm still gonna go.
I've tasted not living in it, and it's so easy and so natural and so correct. But again, by doing that, it gets scary, and then that fear kicks me back into the old way. And I know that I'm living my confusion, because when I'm not, I can, it's night and day difference.
Yeah. And so knowing that, so do you try not to live in it? Do you know that, or do you try to live in it?
I do, and then, life happens, or there's, you drift away from that, or you lose your concentration, and then you come back.
Do you think you should live in your confusion or should not?
Should not, obviously, you know.
Why you
should
say
not
obviously?
live
It's
in
not
confusion,
obvious.
But then it feels, I'm just going through like the lies I tell myself, or that I believe it's, you know, that this is impractical, or that you can't be like a monk in a temple meditating your whole life. You have to, like, worrying is going to keep me safe, or living in that world that it's going to.
Oh, they're ODing bot. They're
You have to go to
ODing
work,
bot.
so I'm gonna punch the time clock and go to like that headspace because I'm being adult or being practical. But I know that
I think we just go first.
I'm probably just doing that out of fear because I'm too scared to fully rely on God and to fully just be me.
Yeah. Amazing. Do you live in your confusion? You don't understand it? Nice. Is this your first time here? Oh, this is your first time here. Oh, welcome. What's your name?
Yassine.
What?
Yassine.
Oh, nice. It's a very good question, and I'm gonna get to it in a minute. Do you live in your confusion? What do you mean no? Well, how do you know you don't live in it? Right here with the hat.
How do I know I don't live in
What am I doing? Why'd I get?
I wouldn't be able to answer that because I don't really think about it in this exact moment. But
I didn't know where to go.
I had a thought when we were talking.
Yeah, we lost that too. I should have just jungled.
You have to be willing to let go of everything in order to live or do anything. And without going into big detail, years ago, 5 years ago or so,
I don't know. This seems pretty good.
Should you live in your confusion or not?
No.
And why not?
Are you asking me why I shouldn't?
Don't do that to me. I just asked the question, why not? I'm talking to you, right?
Okay. I mean, I shouldn't live in my confusion because it's. I mean, I'll give you an answer for you because all thoughts are lies. I'm not gonna gain anything out of questioning my right now. If I try to question right now, live in this moment in my confusion instead of in this moment, then I'm not here right now. I'm in the future. I'm in the past. I'm not here.
So, did you say you should not or you should live in your confusion?
I should not.
So why not?
Because if I was to live in my confusion, I wouldn't be here in this moment right now.
Oh, okay.
I'd be in even if it's the instant future or the just near distant past, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, okay. Nice. Let me ask the young man in the back. Do you live in your confusion?
Yeah, I also don't really understand the question.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if I understand the question either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you said yes, you do?
I mean, I feel like life presents challenges.
But you did say yes, I do, but I don't understand the question.
Where was my team? I guess we should have grouped up next.
I would say that I try to seek clarity with stuff.
Is this your first time here, too?
Yeah, it's my first.
Oh, welcome, man. What's your name?
Mark.
Welcome, Mark.
Thank you.
So you don't know if you live in your confusion or not?
I'm going to say no.
You don't live in it?
You know.
And how do you know you don't live? This is so good. Isn't life so good? This is a blessing. How do you know you don't live in it?
I mean, I don't think I have confusion.
You don't have it?
No.
Oh. Nice. So you have no confusion at all going on inside of you?
Laser focused, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good. So what does it mean to live in confusion?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh, okay. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. Do you live in your confusion?
No.
And why do you say no?
There's nothing to be confused about.
Nothing to be confused about.
And kind of earlier what we were talking about, and with this week's biblical question, once we're aware of our darkness, our wickedness, that awareness is the light to be able to shine on it
And in the same way that when we realize us as a people are wicked, we wouldn't blame all the stuff, the abortion stuff, the Democrats, Joe Biden, whoever, because we will realize that, like you say, we the people, it's not we the government. We are just a reflection of what comes to the light. So we get mad by the time it comes to the light, but we're the darkness. We, the people, are the wickedness. Because we wouldn't allow that to happen. It wouldn't be allowed to happen.
I can remember times if I saw the abortion, with these women out there talking about I want to kill the baby thing, out there marching and carrying on, I would judge them. I'm like, hey, I want to kill a baby. Right. But because now I can see that they can't see. They're of the devil, and they really believe that what they're doing is true, is fine, is right. They literally cannot see, because if they can see, there's no way they'll be protesting to take another life. But they literally just cannot see, like we all can't see, because everybody are doing wicked things in life. You may not be protesting against the abortion thing, but you're gossiping. You may not be protesting, but you're judging, you're angry. You ain't no different than the baby killer. You're no different than the women who want to kill the baby at 9 months. It's the same spirit. It's the same spirit everywhere. That's why the spirit in Christ is the spirit that rose him from the dead, that brought him from the dead, right? That spirit's in you too. But you gotta be born again so you can overcome the dark spirit. But it's, and that doesn't mean we accept abortion as being right. We discern it, but we can't judge the people who want to kill the baby. Because you know better. Just on the mere fact of judging them will make you a murderer. You're a murderer. You're judging the baby killer. You want to go over and tell the woman she's crazy. It's the same spirit. Go ahead, bro.
And the same way that you say that the vices are the symptoms of sin, whoever's doing the evil stuff are just the symptoms of us.
That's right.
Us as a wickedness, we are just the mirror of
what was you looking at yourself, judging yourself when you judge others. You're really judging yourself.
And what I've realized is that I think in scripture it says something like the bad will work for the good or something like that, Paul or something. And like you say, intellectually, one way or another, we will see it. It's just that will you see it spiritually, or will you see it with your eyeballs intellectually? And,
right, we're
and
going
think,
sniper
and be like, why is this happening? But now you're seeing it with your eyeballs because you didn't see it spiritually.
Yeah.
But the light will shine one way or another.
Especially if you stay with it. You gotta stay on that path. You gotta stay on it. Yeah. Do you live in your confusion?
That's a good question. I want to say no because he said no. But,
what a mess.
You know, I'm where I'm at, and I know that I don't know everything, so I very well could be living in my confusion. I'd like to think that I'm not.
Why do you like to think that?
Because who wants to be
the devil in hell like to think he wants some ice water too, right? I mean, nobody wants to. I don't want to live in confusion. I want to be clear on what I'm doing, and a lot of times I see that I am pretty clear. But so you don't want to live in your confusion because you want to be clear?
I mean, I'd rather, if you're thinking about it, like, if I'm thinking about it, the confusion, well, you know, now that I think about it.
The devil is a mess. Wait till you see the deep devil in you. The devil's a mess. He really is. He's a real mess. But anyway.
I definitely don't want to fight to get out of the confusion. I want to be able to be in this mess and still see clearly. So I guess I shouldn't say I don't want to be in confusion. time I've changed in life or gotten better in life because of confusion or pressure or maybe a little of both. So, but again, I don't know that I am totally, I don't know how to answer this question.
Why did you say that?
I did say that. I started off saying that. You
Why
kept
would
asking
you
questions.
let this young man do? I don't understand the question. He's fighting with the question. I don't understand.
Damn,
Do you live in your confusion?
Drop.
The question confuses me.
Oh, Lord.
No,
Not the anger, baby.
I was playing around. I'm gonna say I don't live in it because I think I wasn't quite sure what the question was, but hearing people answer, I think I might have realized that confusion comes from. I think the confusion comes from people trying to, we were talking about earlier today. They're trying to change their life. They're trying to affect their life, make it better, or whatever. They're trying to figure out the things that are going on inside of them and inside of others. And so all that figuring out stuff, like why am I doing these things, and then like when they don't have an answer, not being okay with not having an answer, or not being okay with whatever's going on inside them. I think that
Cringe. He's level 8. How did you so high level?
I think that's where confusion comes from, and that's why I'm saying I don't live in confusion.
You don't live in confusion. Should you live in confusion?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound like it's a good thing. but it's. I think it might be fine to be confused, but the question is live in your confusion. And to live in there, it doesn't seem to be like it doesn't sound like you're living in reality.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Right here. And then Chris. Do you live in your confusion? You raise your hand.
Yes.
Is it for the question?
Yes.
Do you live in your confusion?
No.
You don't. And how do you know you don't?
Because I live in the present moment with God at all times.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And should you live in your confusion?
I can't see how people would want to live in confusion.
How about you?
I don't know.
Should you live in it?
No.
And why not?
Because it sounds like I'd be really confused for a long period of time. Instead of being practical and just being in the moment and just letting things unfold for you. The good thing is that when you do live in the moment and you really trust God, not about knowing or believing, when you really trust Him, I mean, like this week I was just flabbergasted. It was just good things just happen continuously. And you don't identify with the good, you just, things are happening, but you could see the good things and things just unfolding. But yeah, living in the present moment is living not confused.
Amazing. Do you live in your confusion?
No.
You don't? And
I don't know.
how do you know you don't?
I don't know anything.
Full heal.
I don't know anything.
You don't know if you live in your confusion or not?
Not really.
Should you live in it?
See, I wonder
Why
why
not?
not. That's why y'all shouldn't be in control of it.
I mean, you don't want to live in the civil war that is like happening within you, you know?
You don't want to live in that? Then why not?
Well, the dark and the light, you don't really get together.
Oh, okay. So that's why you don't want to live in it?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Why are you scared?
I don't know. I'm not scared. You're just smiling at me. I'm like, what the heck's that?
No, we just fellowship is all fun. There's not a right or wrong answer to see. That's all this is, right?
Wow, he juked me.
Live in your confusion.
I'm weak. He actually juked my hyper beam.
Yeah.
How?
And why?
This is so cringe.
Sometimes the thoughts can still trick me, so that's the only way to be confused is to believe thoughts.
And should you live in your confusion?
I'm not sure how to answer it because it makes it seem like there's a choice. I'll just say no. You should. I don't think you should. To be confused is to believe the thoughts. So
Why
you should,
can't
but like I said, to ask, should you? Like, is presenting a choice.
Oh, this is so cringe.
Hey, this should be interesting. How about that? Oh, okay. Do you live in your confusion?
I think I do.
You think you do?
If I'm confused, do I really know what's going on? But yeah, I think I do.
And why? And again, this is not a test. None of us got it. It's for the season. Right? Or to get on it.
I do get confused, and for example, I often think about wondering what I should do about different situations, but I don't necessarily know. But I guess I still like ponder on those things, where I feel like I missed an opportunity to do something, and so I get like in my head about that. And I feel like that's living in my confusion.
And so, did I ask you, should you live in it?
You didn't ask
Oh,
me.
should you live in your confusion?
When you ask the question, it makes me wonder if I should. By default, I think I shouldn't.
You shouldn't?
Yeah, but when you ask me the question, it makes me think, oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should just go on. Just because you asked it.
Nice.
Funny. That's confusion.
Amazing. Do the super chat, then I take you, and then I can give you my little 2 cents.
Okay, a couple super chats. One from Sing Pray Love.
Thank you, Sing Pray Love.
She asks what you think about
Oh, you need Buddy Barrier, bro. Okay, I see how it is.
If you are a son or daughter of God, you absolutely do. Got to give to Caesar what belongs to him, right? And so you're doing it because you give to Caesar by his stuff. But, so that's not good.
Okay, Adam Robertson asks.
I never seen real Christians who want to rebel against Caesar. Did you say give Caesar what Caesar? So if Caesar want your money for a marriage license, give him the money. What's there to argue about? You know what I'm saying? Christ said it. Because they asked Christ the same thing. Should we give Caesar our taxes? Why not? Who pickers on the dollar? Right? But the Christians want to fight against it. Amazing. Yes. And I know why, because they don't believe God will really provide. That's why they're doing it. And then they're judging Caesar for taxing him. Now, I'm not in favor of taxes. I don't like taxes. Especially in California. But anyway, yes, this is a good question though.
Adam R. gave a super chat and asked, Jesse, can the ego ever fully die?
Yes. Absolutely.
I think I know what build I want to run.
Gave a super chat answering the biblical question. I used to live in my confusion, but once I let go of all of me, I naturally got bored wasting time thinking about anything.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Super Chatters. I appreciate it. Yes, Frankie. You raise your hand, right?
Yeah, the answer for me is...
Do you live in your confusion? You don't. And why not?
I know, I used to live in my computer. I know because I used to live that life, and it was a pain and misery, confusion and fear. It was hell for me in my younger days when I lived in confusion. And I thought I believed in God. I thought I would pray, and it was all a lie.
I shouldn't have took him there. I should have took him out here.
The fruits of Satan. So that's why I know because of the contrast.
And so should you live in your confusion?
Only if you're Satan's child, then if you're that person, then for me, no.
So the answer is no, you should not.
Yes.
You should not live in it.
Correct.
Wow, I just couldn't. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. I got a build. Okay, here's a build. I got a build for you.
It's about this
I got a build. Ooh, here's a build. Here's a Dragonite build.
Come back. Mom like, yeah, I ain't asking the mama, asking the child. She won't ever learn how to stand up for herself.
Ooh, wait. Man, that's a dumb build.
Yeah, I think I do live in my
I was thinking.
You do? And should you live in it?
Well, I don't think confusion is necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes you can learn from it if you just ask the right questions.
I can almost Google. As a matter of fact, not only should you live in your confusion, you better live in your confusion.
Wow.
If you want to live, you must die. The confusion is the ego. And I realized the other day that all my life,
that back because Tatum tells you what to do because she tells you what not to do, right? And by telling you what not to do, you know what to do. You're like, I'm not gonna do that. That's dumb.
It is the nature of the devil, and it's the very thing that we all run away from. We all try to protect. So when you're having fear and doubt and worry and anxiety and all that, that's confusion. That's the nature of the devil. And we owe it to God to die. Christ died for us. Who are we that we should not die? And so when you're in that confusion, you must not listen to anything that the devil is telling you. Don't listen to the intellect at all, because the intellect is trying to talk you out of living in the confusion. Because the intellect does not want to die. And so when you're feeling alone, when you're at home, you're all by yourself, or you're sitting still and praying, and the thoughts doesn't want you to sit there. You better sit there and let it die and don't listen to anything. The thought would say, make a phone call, or go visit somebody, or go eat, get drunk, whatever, right? You better live in that confusion. You owe it to die. Christ died for us, and who are we that we should not die? And that's not you that's dying. That's the devil nature that made a home in you that's dying. Then you shall live. You better live in that stuff. That ego, just live in it. And don't even have a conversation about it. Because you're going to notice that the devil will give you all kind of conversations about it. Oh, this is so bad. You have so much pain. You're so lonely. You're so this. You're so that. Don't conversate about it. And when you don't conversate with the devil, you're present with God. Your mind is right with God. And he's killing, you're dying. And that's your reasonable service that you can do. You must die. You owe it to die. You're not going to live until you pay. And the pain is dying of the ego. Wow. Very, very good. You're discovering, you're overcoming the ego. You're overcoming that intellectual mind. Everything is dying. That's why when things happen to you, people try to hurt you, and all of a sudden you feel afraid or shy or ashamed, run to that. Let that happen. Let that happen, because it's not you that's feeling that. That's the devil in you. So when you're feeling that way, and it feels like you're not going to have anything. If I lose this, what would I be? What would I have, right? That's the devil confusing you. Let that happen, and you will be you. You will be a son of God with the Father. So let that die. Do not have a conversation about it. Just let it happen. And then get up and go to work and do your thing. And the spirit of the Father is fighting the spirit of the devil. And you will die from it. And eventually the pain will be gone. You will no longer be of the ego. Now that's take a while because you're learning about it. And it's very, very, very painful to the body and mind. But go through it anyway. It's not you. You better live in the confusion. That means that letting go of the ego and just letting it die. That's the confusion. It's not you. That makes sense? Right on. Listen to the babe. Listen to the children. She's absolutely right about that. It is not you. Thank you. Any more you want to say about it? Okay. Thank you. You owe it to die. And now that you've gone and forgiven, and God has changed your heart from anger to love, which is his power in you, right? He'll destroy the darkness. But when you don't live in it, you're protecting the darkness, thinking that it's you. And don't worry about what happened on the other side, right? You're going to see.
Oh, this is
have no ideas about the other side. Don't worry about who am I after all this is over. Do not worry about that. That's the devil trying to confuse you too, right? You see. And you just be. And you just live your life. And you just live your life without an identity. So you better live in the ego, in that confusion. Be in it. And let it pass. That makes sense a little bit? Does that make sense to you?
A little bit.
Yeah. Let it happen. Anybody disagree with that? That confusion is not of God and is not of you. And so every situation that you've ever had in your life has been trying to push you toward that. So you can see that this must die. This is not you. But because you didn't know it wasn't you, you've been fighting against it. And that's why the ego has lasted this long. Because you've been keeping it alive. And notice how when and some of you are going to give it a try. how busy this thought gets. It wants you to conversate with it. It wants you to think about something else. It wants you to think a good thought. It's trying to prevent you from dying. You owe it to die. Unless you die, you won't live. In order to receive life, you have to let life go. In order to live, you must be born again. You must die. And then the last biblical question I'll let you see is about all the darkness that's in us that we have not been seeing. What's in the dark will come to the light. So if you let this ego die, don't fight it. You're going to see the darkness because the light is shining on it. I used to think what's in the darkness will come to the light meant that somebody found out that you're a thief. Come here, used to tell me that. Or if you're doing something wrong, somebody found out. God doesn't care. God doesn't want the world to be in your business because the world is of the devil. The world will judge you. That's why I tell you, don't be telling your vices to people. They'll judge you. You go to God with it and let go. He knows. He will not judge you. So let that keep you. Let that die. Stop fighting. That make sense? Who it doesn't make sense to? Yes, sir.
But what if you're not confused about the confusion?
Well, the confusion is the pain that you feel, the sadness, fear, doubt, worry, jealousy, envy, strife, and the mind that's feeding all that. That's the confusion that you hold on to because you think it's you, right? But when that comes, when situation makes you feel that way or you feel it, just by sitting still or alone, don't fight it. Let it be. Just live in it. Live in it. Let go. And then, and watch what the devil is telling you about it because the last thing the devil wants is for you to let that happen. Because he doesn't want to die. It's not really you that's dying, but it's not you. It's that devil nature in you that's dying. But you've been thinking that it was your nature. And so that's the part that and everyone has it. Because everyone is born into sin. We all have the devil's nature. And that's why we must admit that we're playing God by judging so he can change the heart and then fight the battle for us. We don't give up.
So like, because I feel that Job was aware of his confusion. He knew that it was Satan and his faith was in God.
But Job was not confused at all. He didn't have confused because he already had detached from everything.
Right.
But right now, human beings are not able to do that because they have not detached. They have not overcome yet. That nature is still in them. And so when things come or if they lose a dollar bill, they'll freak out. But once you overcome that, then if the devil tries to hurt you in a way he won't be able to, you know it's from the devil, not of God. When you're born again, that nature is clean, the heart is pure, nature is clean, then the devil cannot touch you because you know it's from the devil, not from God. But in that, unless that die, you won't know it's not from God. Intellectually, you'll know it, but that won't happen. Knowing it is different than learning it. It's different than the intellect.
So, but us being aware of it, we're not then really living it.
A lot of people are aware, but they're not like really spiritually aware. Someone mentioned it. I think you did. They're not spiritually aware because the heart still has anger. So intellectually, they think that they're aware, but when it comes to die, they're not aware. Because when you truly been born of the heart, then you cannot be unborn. So these things will grow into knowing. One day at a time, one issue at a time, one situation. And finally, he will show you, okay, you're messed up. You gotta die. You just see it. It'll be made clear.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying, because when you're aware of it, nothing is confusing.
But it sounds like you're thinking of confusion as being, I'm confused whether I want sweet bread or dry bread.
No, like even just our own evil, our wickedness, the world's wickedness, like when you're aware of it, you can see for what it is. There's nothing that surprises you. You just understand.
And so in that, if the awareness is truly from God, you will get to the point that you really are not the thoughts and feelings and all this stuff that seems to be happening. You just let it happen. And you will welcome that to happen because you see that the ego needs to die.
Like the mother hitting the child.
Right.
There's nothing to be confused about because you're just aware of. You're
Absolutely.
aware.
If she was aware of the mother hitting the daughter and she had a God-given awareness, it would never occur to her to go over to the mother and say, "You're stupid." You're aware of it. I mean, you were stupid. Right. But if she's intellectually aware, the devil tells, "Look at that mother accusing that child. Go over there and tell her how dumb she is." And she feels all good. You dumb for doing that. And now the mother mad at her because they her finger. And they're arguing, she feels even better. Because that's the nature of that. You're right about that. Absolutely. Amazing. I hope that just helped a little bit. Did this help a little bit? So let that die. When the world turns against you, they're doing you a favor and don't know it. And watch how you feel about it. Why did you mad about it, or worried, or scared, or anything? And if you do see that, be glad and let it happen, right? Let yourself feel that way. Let yourself be embarrassed. Because it's not you that's being embarrassed, it's the devil in you that's being embarrassed. But you think it's you. If you want to live, you better live in that confusion. But don't give in to what the devil is telling you. Don't have a conversation with him. If you're not having it, you're right in your job. You all win. Alright? Thank you all so much. Amazing Mother Day church today. I hope that just helped a little bit. Stay with the silent prayer. Stay on that straight and narrow path. Even what I noticed too is that I was talking to some family members and they all had turned on each other, right? They've joined teams, one group against the other. That doesn't make any sense. Of love, when you're of love, you don't join teams against anyone. It's not your fight. It's crazy. But anyway, let the ego die. You must die. Christ died. Who are you that you should die? You're not going to live until you die. The ego is not you. That spirit, that thing is you must die. And it ain't easy. Because the devil will tell you all kinds of things and you feel more and more pain in the body. Don't identify with you are not your sins. You're not them. That's what you got into when you went out into the wilderness. You turn away from the light, all right? Stop identifying with yourself. This is not you. You're possessed. You are possessed. We all. That's why God refused the spirit when we let go. So sit with the silent prayer and watch. Watch. Don't join teams. You're alone. All right? Thank you for your support. We have amazing counseling service or whatever you need. And tomorrow we'll read some more of the Super Chats on the radio show. Any other announcement? So that's it, folks. Become your own man. Become your own woman. You must forgive in order to live. You must be born again. Thank you so much and happy Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to y'all. Thank y'all for today, sir. Amazing. So,
Disconnect. We won. Against all odds. Against all odds, we won. It wasn't enough. Get me out of here, man. Get me out of here. Let's go start some more meat. I'm gonna chill out before work, and we're gonna wash dishes and stuff. Good stream. One day people will show up. Isn't that crazy?